Welcome back to Scotland for the GE Edinburgh ITU Duathlon World Championships. Katrina Morrison is the toast of Scotland, a fantastic victory in the women's race. But now we turn our attention to the men's World Championship, where there are plenty of foreign stars ready to take on the best of British.
Adam Bowden amongst those in a strong GB team, but the likes of Damien Derobert, second last year, will guarantee a gruelling race.
This race is very beautiful. The most athletes in the world is present in this race, and I want to check the victory.
He's not the only one. It's a name to be reckoned with. Long course duathlon specialist Yuri van Steelant was fourth at the Europeans here in 2007. That year it was Yuri's late brother Benny, perhaps the greatest duathlete of all time from the strongest nation in the sport, who took the win. A team performance from the Belgians on the bike stage helped earn silver for Rob Woestenbergs, who went on to capture the world title with similar tactics in 2008. However, a bike crash in the same year left Rob in a coma and fighting for his life. 2 years on, he's getting his fitness back, and on a sunnier day in Edinburgh, with strong support here, we'll be hoping his team can work some of that Belgian witchcraft all over again.
Confident but realistic as well. But I'm happy to be here. See, this is it's quite the same course, and it's one of the courses I like the most. Bart Arnouds from Belgium. He's our strongest guy at the moment.
Bart, your teammate Rob has very helpfully tipped you for the gold medal.
Yeah, I hope he's right, but you never know. On the World Championship, I think there are a lot of favorites. Everybody's in great shape, so you always need to wait until the big day and then see what's happening.
On the 10K run, it's Yakovlev of Russia, the Mexican Pereira, and former steeplechaser Britain's Mark Buckingham setting a tough pace. In the light blue, Arnouds and the rest of the Belgians just have to stay in touch, though this looks like hard work in itself for Van Steelant and Woestenbergs as they wait for the bike.
3 years ago, I remember the Belgians employed some great team tactics to help each other round. Will we expect similar here? Come on, be honest.
It's true. We are 3 in the elite race and 3 good bikers, but we'll have to see how the race is going. It's always difficult. You can make a lot of plans, but we'll have to wait and see.
It's a 30-minute 10K on a tough course to kick things off. Those who can handle that sort of pace head out onto the bike just behind Buckingham.
Buckingham is going to be first up and Great Britain.
All 3 Belgians are there, and Arnouds hits the front right at the start of the bike stage as the light blue trio's game plan goes into action on the first climb.
Maybe the bike is one of my specialties, and I think when it's a flat course, you never know. It's always the fast runners who are in the front. We once did it in Rimini to attack on the bike, me together with Rob, but it's not easy to do with something on the bike when it's a flat course. So here it's easier for a good biker to be in the front.
The big front group is still together after the first climb to the top of Holyrood Park, but there are 6 more ascents to go, as well as 7 descents. Former pro cyclist Rich Hobby has advice for teammate Buckingham as they try to stay with the Belgians. Uphill and downhill, the pace is relentless, but there's still no breakaway as we rejoin commentary with Patrick Winterton.
Second circuit for the men on their 38.4-kilometre bike ride. Victor Morales of Spain up there amongst the leaders. The Belgians sticking together like a box of truffles, and you suspect a little bit of teamwork going on with them. On goes the power from number 43, that's Yuri van Steelant. well known over the longer distances. Whether he can keep the pace in the short distance race, we'll have to wait and see. There he is, pushing the pace on the second climb, right on his heel, the hot favourite, Bart Ernouts. And starting to struggle is Rob Vustenberg, the 6'2" physiotherapist. My goodness, he's going to have to get those joints working if he's going to stay with his teammates. Belgium, 1, 2 and 3 at the moment, but an awful long way to go. They've tried, and finally they've got rid of the bulk of the pack. Britain's Adam Bowden has gone, so has Richard Hobby has gone as well. And we're left with Morales of Spain. Sergio Silva is there for Portugal. Two very good runners, and the Belgians won't appreciate their company at any stage. The pace has suddenly picked up. So they get the peloton rolling nicely. Sergio Silva having a chat. I think he's saying, I'm not prepared to take my share at the front. Well, it's a tactical race. He's entitled to play it any way he wishes. A significant gap has opened now, and the Belgians' chances of a 1-2-3 very much alive.
So it was a lead pack of 5, though the fast-running Morales and Silva were unwelcome guests in what was supposed to be an all-Belgian party. Behind them, Derobert and Hobby were trying to close the gap, while a big third group led by Adam Bowden was trying to stay in contention. The pace at the front, though, was too fast, with the Belgian trio constantly trying and failing to drop the Spaniard and the Portuguese. Time was running out, and with the run just 2 laps away, let's rejoin commentary with Patrick Winterton.
Lap 6 of 7, so 1.5 climbs still to go. Bart Ernouts has looked good throughout. The third place in 2008 in the World Championships in Rimini. Vustenberg's his teammate, racing today at the front of the field, won that on that occasion. Van Steelen just dropping back to have a word with his teammate, Ernouts. Ernouts calling the shots here, suggesting that he stays behind and the other two try and get clear, because he knows that he's the one that Silva and Morales is worried about, and then he's going to try and bridge the gap. Well, it's a bold decision, but they have tried numerous times to get clear. Maybe this is the time it's going to work. Well, the steepest part of the climb still to come, and that is where most breaks take place on this course and on most alpine courses as well. So Van Steelen it is who makes the early move, trying to get right on his heel, the Spaniard, Victor Morales. Sergio Silva in 4th at the moment in the green vest. He's in a very high gear and struggling a little. Sitting at the back, Bart Ernouts. This is the key part of this race. Van Steelen has 10 metres. Wustenberg now trying to leapfrog the gap. The plan is being played out in front of our eyes. Ernouts still looking very, very smooth indeed. Up he goes, onto his feet and accelerates away. Silva has no response. Morales has no response. And suddenly the Belgians are clear. They've tried for 5.5 laps. They've done it on the 6th. And the gap of 25 metres opened up in no more than 45 metres of cycling. Astonishing stuff. Sergio Silva, he knows.
Job done, and the Belgian train heads for transition 2. Just 1.5 laps later from where it's every man for himself in the run for gold. 1 kilometre into the 5, and an attack from Wustenberg's is too much for Van Steelen, who seems to settle for the bronze today. But with 500 metres to go, Wustenberg's himself can't hold on. Tells his teammates so. And they decide to run in together with Ernouts to take the victory. A fitting end to what has been a stunningly executed team performance. Ernouts wins in 1 hour 50 minutes 22 seconds, with Yuri Van Steelen taking 3rd, only 8 seconds behind. Victor Morales takes 4th and looks fresh, but nothing could stop that light blue machine.
Belgium 1, Belgium 2, Belgium 3, and you got the goal.
Yeah, I'm very happy, but also very happy for the other two guys, because we worked very well together on the bike.
Rob, I think you made way for Bart. How did you come to that decision at the end?
He was always stronger than me. On the bike I suffered a lot. In the running also he waited on me. I'm so happy with second place. It's unbelievable. I never expected it. Also about the work we've done as Belgian team. I think we let the world see that we are the strongest on the bike. Everybody knew we're going to try it, and it happened. So it's amazing.
There is something for France to cheer, as Etienne de Munch is the first under-23, crossing just ahead of Adam Bowden, the leading British athlete, in 7th place. Matt Gunby picks up second in the under-23s. Like everyone this weekend, he's left it all out there on the roads of Holyrood Park.
How tough was that course? It looks as though it was a savage day's work.
That was easily the hardest race of my life. I don't think I've ever been that fatigued getting off the bike, but I knew everyone else would be hurting equally as much, so I was just telling myself, just dig in, Matt, you've only got 15 minutes running. So yeah, and thank God I'm finished now.
From Scotland, Katrina Morrison!
Scotland's historic capital promised us good weather, a tough course and 2 superb races, and it delivered on all fronts. A fantastic 1, 2, 3 for the Belgians in the men's race, but really today the congratulation, the celebration and the applause all belong to Katrina Morrison, world champion again and in her home city as well. The party in Princes Street is just around the corner. Bye for now.
Intensive driver training at Silverstone next, and a test of physical and mental ability coming up at the GT Academy.
British